Hey, Greta, how are you? Good to be with you.
I'm very well, sir. So listening to Democrats come out yesterday, they said all is good, no problem. This is a charade. This is a farce. Now we hear from the Republican side of the aisle, essentially there's a lot more. We've got to investigate, and that we're going to the next phase. Can you please sort this out for me? What is this next phase? Where is this investigation?
Well, where we are right now is we're going to finish getting some of the financial records that we have subpoenaed, because what we're trying to do is corroborate what Hunter Biden said yesterday with what Devin Archer has said, what Tony Bobulinski has said, what the original financial documents we have received have already said. You have the wire transfers from CEFC to the business that was managed and owned by Devin Archer, Hunter Biden, etc. And then you see the rainfall effect of money going to Hunter, going to family members. There have been checks that showed up with Joe Biden that have gone to James Biden. And at the end of this all, Greta, the entire design of this business structure was to make it confusing. It was to conceal money. In Hunter Biden's position, it was to evade taxes. So now we're being told that, oh, Hunter answered everything honestly. If that was the case, then why is he a tax evader? Because he did that as well. So there's a lot of things that we're going to finish up with our investigation. His deposition was one piece of that.
All right. Look, Hunter Biden, we all know, is a drug addict, maybe a reformed drug addict. I don't know. But assume that he's a flim-flam man and he flim-flam China out of money. Is that a crime to have China make a stupid business investment in him unless there's some sort of quid pro quo with his father when his father is in office?
Now, this is the key thing, Greta. It's not that China made a bad investment in Hunter Biden. The entire purpose of investing in him and his business associates was to get to the big guy, was to get to Joe Biden. Let me give you an example. During his deposition,
wait, let me stop you right
Hunter
there.
Biden,
was that to get the big guy while the big guy was vice president, or is that, quote, to get the big guy when he was a citizen, not knowing if he'd ever be president?
I think it was partly to get him while he was vice president on his way out the door. And then the piece about him becoming president of the United States, nobody knew that at the time, but he's president now. And now the question is, are his decision makings in the White House in part because of the business dealings of his son and of his brother and money that has gone to Joe Biden along the way? Because selling access to your office, whether it was then the vice presidency or even now at the presidency, is a violation of your oath of office. But Greta, I want to make one point clear. During his testimony, he had total recall of a conversation with the Polish president about why he should be on the board of Burisma. He read it chapter and verse to us. But in the same deposition, he couldn't remember if he responded to an email from James Gilliar where it was stipulated that Joe Biden was the big guy. He couldn't stipulate who was the big guy. He couldn't even remember reading the email. He couldn't remember whether he sent that text message, the famous one we all now know, about he's sitting with his father, and then 2 weeks later, you got the $3 million that comes in from CEFC. In the deposition, he says, oh, I can't recall. I don't think I ever sent that message. But if I did, it was to another Zhao, not to Chairman Zhao. This kind of dissembling demonstrates that he is not being factual. And when you compare that to the other testimonies we have received, we're going to continue with our investigation.
Okay, I only have 10 seconds left, but I mean, it's always follow the money. Do you intend to subpoena the bank records of Joe Biden's citizen or Joe Biden vice president, Joe Biden president?
I'm not going to answer that right now, Greta, because we're in an active investigation. And quite frankly, we don't want to have the White House counsel or anybody else trying to stonewall our activities any more than they have already stonewalled them to this point.
Congressman Byron Donalds, thank you very much for joining me, sir.